But the thing about Nocturne is the thing is, I think it's quite good early once you have pushing lanes, right? Your ability to invade, put pressure on enemy jungle, mitigate what Bukata wants to do. Split map, is he actually just going to go for a gank?
I wouldn't mind this. Rooster, in terms of laning, already ahead of Broken Blade, dashes away with a Shuriken Flip, gets hit by the wallop, goes back in, Ignite down, but Broken Blade flashes out of range, and with the Fear Tether going off, Skumon should be able to get a pretty easy kill on Rooster.
Okay, so first blood goes to
so far being Broken Blade's spring.
No, it certainly hasn't. Like, there's always context behind every stat, of course, but they do reinforce this idea and this sentiment that Broken Blade has been struggling. Now, Hanson could be struggling.
Focus Resolve going down. It's just going to get the root. Doesn't have the mana for anything, and without barrier, because he's running TP, just gets taken down in the
last hit there from Broken Blade from over the wall. No scope. 360. Level 6.
So first, it wasn't a 360.
No,
he didn't do a spin, and he
hang
was
on a minute,
looking
look at
at
Skumon ulting.
Going in with the Paranoia. The Fear going to come out as well. Flash out from Nuke as he looks to get away. Put into the egg now. Bukata's going to leave him. Those eggs are pretty rotten as G2 will find a kill. Caps takes it. Meanwhile, Lebrov looking for Trimby and Product down towards this bottom side. Exhaust down onto Hans Summer. Essence Flux into the auto attacks. Arcane Shift away. Bubble doesn't quite connect. Product shielded up by the Inspire out of Trimby, but Skumon's on his way across. No flash for him. No flash for Product either. Duskbringer. Oh, just short of clipping onto the Ezreal, but now Trimby needs to be a bit cautious because he's feared underneath his tower. Does still have the flash. No heal to help him out here. The Mandrid focus resolve as Lebrov tanks a tower shot, flashes away very late, and underneath the tower, Skumon just dies. Bukata's on his way across. No flash, no Bolt Breaker. Lebrov looking for the mood speed from the ebb and flow. We'll get it with a Tidecaller's Blessing too. Bolt Breaker out again as they look for Lebrov under the tower. They'll take him. Bukata trades his life for it though, as Hans Summer picks up a freebie. Trimby's still on the chase. The control ward down means that Hans Summer will know he can't back here.
Live, because I know that some shenanigans are happening.
Melmore behind here as 4 members of G2 begin to collapse on Product kill. Arcane Shift out of the Fear, nicely done, but he's delaying the inevitable you have to feel. Paranoia out from Skumon just to make sure they secure the kill. G2 get their 4th. Skumon gets his 2nd, and with it a 700 gold lead. Trimby looking to see if Caps oversteps. Yeah. Inner Flame coming out. Flash Frost as well for the stun. There's the wall. Does Caps have a way to sneak by it? The answer is a resounding no, as Caps falls to the Glacial Storm and Nuke gets on the board. Skumon the next target. It feels like after one person dies, everyone else just follows like lemmings off the cliff. Bukata flashed forward for an attack. What is going on, Betty? Trimby will walk out through the tower range to get himself to safety, and Shifters will back away, but...
Oh, I thought another fighter had entered the arena as Hans Summer makes... window where you get that spike, but I'll have to shut up as the jungler is looking for a gank on a Broken Blade.
Got it in, cease and desist there for the follow-up. Perfect execution coming out from Rooster. BB goes mega. The wallop goes wide though, and without that CC, there's no escape for the Gnar. Broken Blade dies, and while it's happening, G2 will take the first dragon of the game.
Yeah, nice gank from Shifters, and then a nice cross map coming through from G2. Overall, a fairly even trade, but funneling a little bit more gold into Rooster is very much what Shifters would like to do.
He has been up here quite a lot of the time, and it doesn't surprise me, because getting Rooster ahead on the Akali makes a lot of sense. Vault Breaker onto Broken Blade just as he goes mini, Betty. Cease and desist there for the follow-up, and the jump isn't going to get him out of Ignite as he ticks down. Rifthold is now the new target, and Shifters have a man advantage, although they have used 2 big ultimates to find that kill. He also wants to get Pryo in the top lane to allow his jungler to do the Rifthold, allow him to move down without losing camps, right? So I agree with you, but also there's always that balance that has to be struck as Camps looks for a Realm Warp behind Nuke, who flashes away. Shroud of Darkness came out from Skumon, but he's on the wrong side of the wall. Nuke's walls have actually been really solid this game as Bukata comes in to help secure the kill. Caps looking for the damage. Tidal Wave out from Lebrov. This feels greedy. Broken Blade's down here as well. As perhaps they were thinking they could catch out Nuke in time with an Aqua Prism into some spell flux, but no flux given by Shift. 5,000 gold ahead in the first game. It's not their laning phase that they have struggled with too much. It is the mid-game decision-making, as we see Trimby getting caught out by Hans Summer and Lebrov, and Trimby's decision to be there was not ideal.
Yeah, it was a bit of a silly mistake. Like, half your team is resetting, getting caught out, and G2 picked themselves up a kill, and this was something that we heard yesterday. Oh, hang on a second. It looks like Bukata's looking for another gank.
The Cease and Desist is available. Rooster looking for the chase. Gunblade for the slow. They dive onto Broken Blade once again, and Broken Blade dies once again. Not much you can do about that, unfortunately, for BB, as he has died for the third. Towards the bottom side Tribush here as Shifters try and step up. Need to kind of contest this Drake, really. They've started to do it, but they give it up. It is sole point for G2, and that Dragon's going down very quickly. Caps caught out, though. Season Desist there for the follow-up. Caps there, shield not going to be enough to save him. The stopwatch coming out from Rooster as he is beard up by Skewmon, but he manages to dash out with a perfect execution. Skewmon goes down, but Ugg beginning to pop off on this Ezreal as G2 are forced away, and the smite comes out from Shifters. Next up a Baron, the pings are on it, Vedi.
I was really worried G2's time and put them in an awkward position, allowing for Paduk to just free hit in the river. Then we really got to see the value of this Anivia, the zone control that she provides with both the ultimate and the wall. She's going to have to do the same thing here to stop G2 from approaching.
Now Hans trying to step up with 3 items again. A Glacial Storm into the wall. Valkyrie has to be used by Hans Summer, and he backs away after it. Lebrov's still looking for something here. There's a Realm Warp available for Caps, but they're not going to be able to get a range in time. Shifters will get the Baron. 20 missile barrage.
Yeah.
Corky ult.
Yeah.
Just dodge away from it, dude.
You could rocket belt away from a knockdown Q.
It's so versatile.
Oh, well, speaking of versatile, Bugana coming in from over the wall.
Cease and desist onto Hans Summer. The rest of the team not really there as Caps begins to open up. The dive onto the backline from Skewmon's going to take out Trimby, and now Bukado is put into the Guardian Angel. True Shot barrage out, Nuke flashing away from Broken Blade. Rooster now going to join the fray. Immediately stunned. There's the Aqua Prism. If only he had a rocket belt, he could have dodged it. Realm Warp in for the chase as Shifters overstep in the mid lane, and G2 punish them. G2 will find 3 off the play, and just like that, the fortunes turn in their favor.
How does this happen for Shifters? You are in such an amazing game state. The Dragon is spawning, and you just full send it into mid without seeing any of the coordination that we've been seeing from them in this. They've got smart players that are very aware. But I see, Skewmon.
Ricardo looking for the season desist onto Hans Summer. Paranoia means that he's out of range, and with a tidal wave there for the follow-up, the damage is not going to be enough. Skewmon traded back as Rooster dives the backline, but now he's on the wrong side of 4 members of G2. A stopwatch. Man, he wishes he could stop, rewind, and take that play back as he goes down. 2 kills over to G2. Shifters do have good defense.
For Shifters, because like you're in such a good spot, I feel like you have such a good comp. It's so difficult for G2 to find these engages, and you just make it easy for them as Nuke might now be targeted.
In. The rest of Shifters are here.
Whoa.
The jump across the wall with the blast cone. Broken Blade going to get caught out by Rooster, who needs to get out of dodge, but Skewmon now is the one behind enemy lines, and with the chase coming out from Shifters, this is the enemy jungler. They'll catch him in the GA. Caps is still pushing mid, does have the Realm Warp, but they're not going to join their good friend Skew, who's skewered by Rooster and picks up his 5th kill of the game. G2, though, will punish the fact that Shifters sent a lot of players up towards the top side by taking down the tier 2 in mid.
Well, G2, I think, went way too deep on that play.
Caps is right.
Yeah, they're doing this.
That's going down pretty sharpish. Control ward down there as well as Hans Summer caught out a little bit. Nuke Hex, rocket belting forward. I made a new item there for a second. Paranoia out, and yeah, you can't collapse anymore. As Shifters, a good Baron take by G2. Shifters, though, will turn their attentions towards the Drake.
Corky's poke, though.
Yeah, Corky's poke is good, but his auto attacks aren't that long.
That's true.
Nora rises, Nora Broken Blades. As Skewmon, Shroud of Darkness, Realm Warp coming out. Paranoia being used as well with the TP coming in. G2 read this like a book, but not one of those complicated ones. It was like a kindergarten book. Skewmon sat in the mid lane, and all that happened immediately was an easy kill for G2. I couldn't think of a quick rhyme there, Vedi. Skewmon sat in the mid lane. Shifters took the...
Shifters experience a ton of pain.
Nice, good one, Vedi. That's why you're the poet. I'm not. That's why you write the rap battles.
You can stop now. You can stop digging the shovel. It's all good. I'll take over from here.
Digging the shovel? That's a mistake.
Another inhibitor is going to fly. I think G2 is looking to end the game right now. They have the numbers advantage. 3 inhibitors down. They just need a couple more waves with the Baron. They should be looking to close this one out.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy from here. Hans Summer just stepping up with those Sheen procs from the Triforce. Shifter's going to try and defend, but they don't have a huge amount of engage when that jungler is dead. It's all kind of on the rye as Rooster goes in, does dive onto Lebrov. A minion eats the shuriken, and Lebrov will survive through it. Meanwhile, towards the top side, Caps has a sound. Lebrov takes the kill. The Nexus towers fall, and Shifters once again experience a mid-game collapse. It is synonymous with them these days as Shifters try to defend. Skewmon has a GA, Broken Blade has enough health to take down the Nexus. G2 clean it out. A clean 13-13, 38-minute game there from G2.
Yeah, I mean, that mid lane throw was terrible from Shifters. Such a huge mistake after being in such a fantastic position. What a blunder. G2 bounce back and they dominate. You've heard enough from us, so let's jump to a quick break. We'll be back with more action after this. A lot of that utility and support coming through from the Lulu and Cassante. I think that G2's just team finding is a little bit stronger overall, just because Scumon's engage is pretty reliable, and when you have the support of the Lulu as well.
At some point, you got to stop imbibing and start surviving in the games, you know?
How many hair of the dogs can you have?
That's
is the real question.
true, man.
Right, bot crab
I have Sphinx cats, so I don't even think about the hair. You know? Oh, maybe a collapse coming in from Shifters towards this crab, as you were talking about.
Oh, but Nuke gets to roam first.
Yeah, Nuke is coming across. Trimby chunked down. Caps looking for the flank position. Bukato going in with a shield bolt. Trimby flashing forward as well. The seismic shove doesn't connect, and now Skumon can turn it around. Caps flash to miss the twofold hex on Trimby, but Skumon doesn't miss that decimating smash. Shifters forced away. Tried to start themselves, but couldn't find. Small gold lead for G2. Most of that sitting on Skumon, as Bukato is going towards the mid lane. Has the flash, going to shield bolt in with the flash, knock Caps back, and that's the combination that you talked about, Vedi. Tried and true, works every time. LeBron falling low here as Paduk is polymorph near the end of the damage coming out from Hans Summer, and because of that, he is forced away.
But they took advantage of the fact that Caps did.
Trimby going to clear out some vision as well with the Scryer's Bloom. Lebrov's going to run across level 6 already. Bukato is also level 6. Grand Starfall always an option. Skumon looking at Nuke in the mid lane here, who flashes away, but the flash chase with the Cyclone. Tempestuous afternoon for Nuke as he dies for the first time this game.
Yeah, so
Bukato can pull the Drake out.
This is Bukato. Kicks him into a pit. My dragon.
It doesn't really count if the guy jumps out of the pit.
Yeah, kicks him out.
300 as a movie?
Yeah, no, I don't think we will have time. I think we're going to get... Oh, actually, we're going to get action
all out. Pull across the wall here into the tri-bush. Rooster flashes over BB, and with the Grand Starfall coming in, Skumon here to protect. Bukato flashes in with a shield bolt. The spear's not going to be enough damage. Aegis Assault out as Trimby is spotted on a control ward. Cyclone back in. Pop Blossom. Skumon still takes the kill. Nuke trying to get up with the Weaver's Wall, but he's isolated by Caps and Lebrov. A double for Skew, and once again, a skirmish around the river goes absolutely pear-shaped.
This will be an opportunity for Shifters to gain another advantage on the map.
And the question is, can they actually find it? Because in comes Skumon again with the Cyclone, and Nuke... Well, that weather report is looking kind of grim for him in the mid lane.
Yeah, he still had no...
for any further chase, but that's good damage on the G2 bot lane, opening up Bukato to look for a gank. Skumon doesn't have that Cyclone. There's the TP behind from Caps, though, as Hans Summer is forced away. Now Skumon's going to meet the enemy jungler. Good shield vault for the stun immediately. Caps flashes for the twofold hex. That's the second time he's done that this game, and both times he's missed. However, Bukato doesn't have the luxury of walking out like his bot lane did, and that Baker is going to get fried.
So this was just a good response from G2. They see that Shifters is winning these bot lane too. I think it's also because it was top lane, and then the tower died. So in theory, it would get another charge.
Maybe. I thought it had to charge into a tower, and then that tower died for you to get the extra charge. Sometimes the mechanics of Rift Herald can be slightly confusing, as Grand Starfall comes out from Bukato. Pathmaker out from Broken Blade, but he is going to die. Shutdown goes over to the Spartan.
So good job from Shifters finding a... It looks like Shifters getting eager to make a play of their own.
Getting shifty with it. Trimby in with the Pop Blossom. Between worlds goes Caps. Doesn't really... Oh, Caps is back in! Do they know? Do they know the weirding out as Trimby takes a chunk? Caps goes in with the rocket belt, and man, he went between worlds and then he went into the afterlife. That was not what Caps wanted to do there at all.
I think that was a misplay from Caps. He ended up giving over a kill. Now, Broken Blade is going to try and interrupt the backs.
Seismic Shove's going to knock back that Cassante. No real collapse coming in from the rest of G2. Broken Blade just went in here on his lonesome. Well, BB, anything Caps can do, you can do better, it seems, as he just ints as well. Okay.
For playoffs, but let's see what happens here. Pantheon ultimate, I can see him in the position. He's throwing it top.
Starfall out as they look for Caps. Between worlds he goes. Are you going back this time, Caps? He's going back! Because there's a TP behind. This time, a slightly better decision. Bukato's going to flash, then jump onto Lebrov, who has to use the Wild Growth. Weaver's Wall coming out. They'll dive on Hans Summer, who jumps across the wall. Seismic Shove doesn't connect. And here comes the gold. Skumon finally joining the fray. Bukato falls. Skumon still looking for that second Cyclone. Nimbus strike forward. Broken Blade on the back line is taken out, but Paduk falls for it. Shifters have got one out of the fight, but can't really get much more.
It's a very heavy commitment from G2. Shifters happy to get, well, one kill back. I thought they would have been, regardless, G2 do have a lead. A lot of it is sitting on to Skewmond, and Shifters, if they can take him out of the fight, then maybe they can win.
Well, that's the clone. And Bukado is at 3rd HP. Skewmond on the wrong side of the wall. Cyclone is going to come now. Seismic Shove gets him back, and they take him out of the fight, Vedi. Lebrov, the next target, slowed up by Nuke. He's going to use that Hellpick shield to try and survive. Seismic Shove has to be flashed away from Shifters. So I think there's a lot of weight, not only on Rooster to land poke before the fight begins, but also on Trimby to find a good Pop Blossom. He could use it as a zoning tool. If Skewmond goes in, he then tries to Pop Blossom the rest of G2 away. But right now, G2 are using Broken Blade as a zoning tool of their own. They are a bit split now. Skewmond stepping forward. Look at that Cyclone. Nuke trying to get him from the side as well as Hans Summer is down to half HP. Nuke chipping away at Skewmond. Broken Blade dashing forward. They flash. They go in with the Tangle Barbs onto the Wukong, but he can dash across the wall. And there's no real chase left for Shifters. Broken Blade the only target. Who is by himself right now, still has the flash, will hold on to it. Pathmaker flashes the wall. The chase continues for Shifters. Broken Blade dashes to a colleague. Slowed up though, it's enough. Grand Starfall coming out. Wild Growth from LeBron to try and survive into the Mikhails to dodge a Shield Bolt stun, but with a Killer Instinct, Paduk and Bukada clean it up.
Shifters were in an awkward spot to start off that fight, but once G2 had split apart enough, they realized, hey, we can actually find a good couple of picks here. Skewmond to actually start these fights for them.
It's really hard for Nuke to join the fight unless he gets around the corner. Caps is trying to gate him off. Now he's there. Weaver's Wall could separate Lebrov and Caps. Straight down to 4,000. There's the Weaver's Wall. Lebrov gets knocked back by it. Pop Blossom trying to get off the backline, but Rooster's just dead as Skewmond and Broken Blade dive in, and that's all the damage just gone. BB finds a double. The Drake's going to be secured by G2 and Vedi. It was 90 seconds. And the faithful have not been rewarded.
That they haven't, Medic. It is a one-sided fight for G2, and they're looking to get themselves a Baron.
What else can you say?
What else can you say?
It's just, it's Shifters. It's a difficult fight for them to say the least.
Absolutely. So it's a very good spot for
going
G2.
Caps now?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. I got 420 gold though, and it's the 20th of April, Vedi.
That's true.
Caps is blazing it, man. Like, what a beast.
I mean, he's been quiet this game, but hey, he gets himself a solo kill in top lane, and with the death timers at 48 seconds, G2 off that pick may very well be able to close things out.
That's, man, those are just the moments where you're like, go for Caps, Seismic Shove back, he's going to die here. Nice stuff all around from Shifters to get the shutdown, but they're losing an inhibitor for it. The mid wave as well is getting pushed up by Broken Blade, so they're likely to lose a tier 2 at least. Are Shifters
gambling that G2 can't end the game?
I think they just want a tier 2 on Nuke. I think they just want a little bit more gold. I don't think G2 can end off a singular push, but they can definitely take 2 inhibitor towers and 2 inhibs. Skewmond does have Flash and Cyclone.
Yeah, it looks like they're probably just going to take this inhibitor and then...
back away?
Yeah, just back away. Wait for Caps to respawn. Play for top
Nuke
tower.
could TP behind. There's a ward there.
Oh, he's going to.
He's going to go for it. Oh, okay. Not on the middle ward. That does make sense. He has a Weaver's Wall. We've got Grand Starfall as well if Bukado wants to chase any further. It's Rooster TPing in.
Right, they are eventually taking this tower down.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, the tower is down.
Broken Blade acting as bodyguard, trying to protect the team.
And he's continuing to act as a bodyguard. However, getting quite beaten up as he flashes away with a Wild Growth on him. Killer Instinct in from Paduk, he'll take the kill. The Acathian raining up. Trimby going for LeBron as well, who doesn't have the Wild Growth. And Paduk gets a double. Cyclone coming out, and it's all onto Nuke. But Skewmond's the only one left alive on this top side, and he might not be for much longer. He's going to get hit with a Void Seeker. The Blast Cone will be in his favor. Picks up some Cinders for the move speed, and now has to use the decoy into a Nimbus Strike into Blast Cones again. Oh, the Gromp is standing on the Blast Cone! Skewmond! You were the king of the jungle, and the Gromp took
to buy time is that, well, now the Elder, 20 seconds.
Oh, congratulations, Hans Sommer. 3,000 assists in the LEC. Good job. You might lose the game. If they don't pull the trigger at some point, the poke is big from Shifters, right? You have Rooster who can clear out this wave. Accelerated Shock Blast will do a bunch of damage. Meanwhile, in the top side, they're losing an inhibitor tower. That's G2 have lost their first inhib tower of the game. Poke continuing to land. Trimby looking for a flank position here. Has a blast going for the Pop Blossom. Skewmon on the Drake. It's down to 8k. Lebov almost down, uses the redemption. Nuke goes in with the Weaver's Wall. Skewmon down to half HP. Trimby still looking for that Pop Blossom. Hansama trying to step up. Caps goes in between worlds. Product almost falls. Trimby there. Pop Blossom. Killer Instinct in from Product. The Elder Drake secured by G2. Skewmon wins the smite fight. Broken Blade dashes across the wall, but G2 with the Elder on their shoulders will clean up the fight. Double GAs will just raise the dead and the zombies are sent back. G2 clean up the fight and Shifters once again lose it.
A 5-0 ace off the back of Skewmon securing that smite. It got a lot closer than it needed to be. Shifters found a final fight to give them a bit more hope, but that hope was snuffed out as G2 looks to 2-0 this best of 3.
And G2 are going to go 3-2 in the LEC here in spring. It has been a tumultuous road so far, and there are still many steps to climb on the staircase to playoffs, but a win is a win for them. And for Shifters, it's the same old story.
Yeah, I mean, Skewmon did a lot of work in that game. He was absolutely the MVP, the superstar. I mean, what a great performance from him on the Wukong. He used those early kills to great effect. His impact in the fights was absolutely massive, no smite steals. And that is why he is one of the players you can vote for on your Kia Player of the Series. Skewmon Hansama. His advice to Hearts, perhaps they didn't want to overcook this game and they just want to keep it stock standard. What
we don't realize is it's Seraphine bot, Ash.
Now here we see them look specifically because they used the flash, right, from before.
Yeah, Yike actually delaying his recall, knowing that he's going to be here first as Leader dashes away, takes some damage from the upheaval. Kana burning through Wonder as well with the flames, but the flashes, oh no, Wonder. Oh, great play from Kana, flashes in, gets the kill, but Wonder's flash a little bit too late to survive the flame spitter.
Yeah, I mean, nice play there from Kana. The quick flash auto to just give himself enough damage to find that soul. So, if you're Aurora, are you concerned about the fact that you're even in CS with Azir at this point, or do you not really care?
I mean, it's like not ideal, but again, as you mentioned before, we can see something from Scanner. But so much of this also just comes down to like a Drake fight or a Crab fight. Oh. And the rock.
Yep. There we are. Yep,
there
rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the season before you win. Oh, good stat for you, by the way, in case you want a little bit of confidence. Not that you need more confidence, as we see Yike going in with the Impale. Never mind, we'll ignore the stats, as Skeen's going to use that Crescent Guard. Leader having to dash away. Good double tempered fate. Yike flashing over the wall, though. As SK still look for the fight, in the end, they're going to start to retreat. Busio magically journeying across the wall. Cosmic Binding doesn't find the sun. Mickey still holds on to his flash right now. Doesn't go into the back of the pit, which he could have done, and now flashes away from Yahoo. And yeah, overall, the fight really doesn't materialize into anything.
This is your one chance to have a big prediction onto how this game will play out.
I mean, I think like this invade we just saw, like these are the kind of moments where SK is actually feeling quite a bit stronger.
Oh, Emperor's Divide going back. Leader's going to have to flash this, and is just going to die to Busio.
Yeah, and I was just going to say the fact that it ended up being bad for them because Scanner got such a big ult, and they it was still a close fight. It's a bad sign for SK for sure, because I think with time, KC...
yes, KC have a sizable lead. 1.3k ahead right now. A lot of that sitting on Kana, who's just been farming Wonder in the top side. Busio looking for the Temper Fate onto Mickey, who doesn't have flash. Yike is here. And with a trap down, and Mickey even through the encore, unfortunately, dies on stage. Busio almost getting taken out. Ishtar's Impact coming out. There's the Impale. Yopper's going to flash it. Skeen's coming in for the chase, and with Leader coming in from the side as well. Perhaps SK can turn this one around. Yike trying to walk away between worlds. He goes as Leader picks up the kill. SK make it a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, Wonder's going to make it a 1-for-2 as he is dying to the top lane towers. Charges away with the Unstoppable Onslaught, but Kana should be able to chase him down before that recall comes out. Busio's also here.
I think Wonder should have died to the wave. I think he should have done the bounce. I think he should have been willing to use his passive to take advantage.
Kalist just going to get dived here by Skeens. Goes in with the Crescent Guard, and Kalist will go down. Yopper secures that kill. And in the end, it's 2-for-2 between SK and KC.
Well, I like that SK is one on the Bard. His Seraphine got 6 kills. He's now looking to see if he can break that record on the Bard.
Man, like, this guy needs to get a static shear of a Dead Man's Plate. Just go full damage at some point. Mickey caught out. Trap is going to go down. There's the root, there's the slam into the wall with Ishtar's Impact. Mickey able to flash away. Encore's going to get a good double charm. Kalist getting chased out by Skeens with that Crescent Guard up. Skeens will take the kill. Yahoo has to take the magical journey. Emperor's Divide out into the Impale, and it's a double for Yahoo in the end. Every moment, like, SK gets so close to winning the fights, and then they just get scuppered right at the last second. And Chakra goes out, and Mikhail's everything from Vedius. It's like, look, man, you need your tempo. Get the reset off quicker.
I mean, at the very least, SK is doing good job of pushing in mid, pushing in bot. Ah, Vedius, though, he has the portal, the TP.
There's the Cosmic Binding, doesn't find the stun. TP behind by Yahoo. And Leader's going to try and go across the Veil, but I think he might be going a little bit further across the Veil as he is taken out by Yike in the end. Overextended down towards the bottom side, just trying to get himself some more gold. Rift Herald immediately used in mid here to charge in and take down this tower. And KC take another charge. Beat drop from Mickey into the Encore. No real follow-up as Skeens is now looking for the flank. TP coming out from SK. We've seen these sorts of fights from SK before, and they seem a little miscoordinated as Kalis goes in and then immediately goes out. Arrow onto Yike. Mikhail's immediately from Vedius. Cosmic Binding out with the Equalizer as well as Kana is going to start chasing down SK. Wonder there as that bodyguard. The dive in with the Emperor's Divide into the double impale. That was pretty to watch. Mickey falls for it, as does Yahoo. Kana now needs to run because Yoppa has those slowing auto attacks. Kana does burn the flash. Wonder using the zombie form to almost take out Yike flashes as well. But Yoppa dies to Vedius. Somehow in the midst of that.
Yeah, I was not even looking at Yoppa. I thought that he was completely fine. SK was chasing down to get here on the back line. Oh, we don't have time.
Cosmic Binding onto Wonder as Kana looks for that flank position, has the Leandries and an alternator complete. Wonder's going to try and flash. The Snapchat doesn't find him. SK now fighting around the third Drake soul point for KC. As SK begin to step forward, Ace in the hole is going to hit Leader. Equalizer down there as well as Leader begins to tick down through that damage. The heals coming out will top him up. The Drake almost not secured as the Tempered Fate's going to catch onto Skeens. Cosmic Binding there for the follow-up. Skeens pops the Crescent Guard. Yike still on the front line. The healing coming out from Mickey on this Seraphine, keeping them topped up enough, but still, soul point over to KC.
Yeah, just a lot of these skirmishes aren't going the way of SK. They would love to avoid. So let's see if they can bounce this back here in this game. Vedius threatening a pick.
Chasing onto Leader, goes across the Veil. Wonder trying to walk out as well. Weirding does clip. The stun landing onto Yike. As SK try and retreat. Oh, flash in front of the Unstoppable Onslaught there from Vedius was really nice. Stops Wonder in his tracks, and the zombie form will come back. Equalizer Temper Fate, not the best timing, but Mickey's still caught out, even with an Encore. Cleanses coming out from SK, from KC, sorry. Now find another kill. And with the top laner and the support down, perhaps that's just a barren call for KC.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got 5 members alive. No need to waste any time with a gold lead that they have. Just start this objective up. It's going to be way too difficult for the Xin Zhao to really contest. Look, he's gone over to his Raptors. What a clean game from KC, continuing their incredibly dominant performance. Again, we've only seen them twice this split, but I feel like the level of dominance they've displayed, the only time we've seen them push was against Vedius.
Absolute stormer of a split, and continuing the form that we saw from him in Versus, and of course last year. As now perhaps SK looking for an engage towards the mid lane. Between Worlds goes Leader. The dash in, immediately met by an Ishtar's impact into the Impale. A stopwatch mid-Impale is not something I've seen too often. But even gold can be pulled back as KC once again find 2 more kills. No one on SK is safe. Yoppa the only one with a positive KDA, and he keeps it that way by flashing away from the Emperor's Divide and then walking back in and dying to Leandries. So unfortunately, no longer. Wait, it's at 1, I guess.
Bro, I can't get over how insanely clean KC is.
Yeah.
Like, they're like between 15 and 25 minutes, they just ramp up the pressure by like 100. It is unbelievable with this Baron. They're looking to end the game.
They really are. Yike pushing in. Ishtar's impact coming out as Skeens uses the Crescent Guard. But I think we need to take guard out of that name right now, man. It just isn't helping him at all. Leader comes back out and is sent back to the fountain immediately. The Nexus Tower's full. Wonder will follow suit. And in 24 minutes and about 25 seconds, KC are just going to win this game. Vedius just standing there and eating the auto attacks. The Nexus falls. A demolition, to say the least, from KC.
What an incredible stomp. That was an insanely clean game from KC. The level of consistency that they've been showing is on another level, and my goodness, KC, they look terrifying.
Yeah, that was deadly. That was absolute devastation from KC. And for SK, yeah, you gotta find some way to bounce back. We're gonna go to a short break and see if we can recuperate after that. We'll see you in a moment.
don't know if we've seen these picks. Definitely not last 2 years.
Nope.
Before that, probably, but it's been so long. Super exciting. The Vayne top as well.
With 0-0 in kills.
Oh, apparently this is for the fastest of LEC ever.
Oh.
Moonfall, Paranoia, everyone's coming to get you! And Yahoo falls in the mid lane. First blood to the SK combo.
Absolutely, I love that combo. Nice damage done. They have no flash from Yahoo, and it's
Bandage shots landing on Kalista as well. The Ignite is going to go down, but in the end, that's all that's going to happen in the bot lane, apart from Busio taking a missile barrage into a bottom bomb and having to use the heal. Kalista did use the Transcend oneself, and with the flank from Yike, becomes a little bit more precarious for the SK bot lane. They both have flash. Bandage toss, flash away from Yopper from Kalista. Flash, Yike goes in with the flag and drag. Another bandage toss! Cataclysm! Oh, Mickey! Vedi takes it back, you're not mid, that was top tier play.
Mickey played that incredibly well. Also didn't call you mid, just to be clear.
Overcooked obviously needs a lot of coordination with your friends if you're going to play that game, as does League of Legends.
Mickey's in the middle lane.
Yeah, Moonfall, bandage toss, tidal wave, bubble comes out just in time. Leader dashing back in. He can't get the damage down as Yahoo walks out on a sliver. Wonder flashing to avoid the condemn, but still takes the flag and drag. Skeens is here for the chase onto Kana. Flash away from the fear tether into the darkness of the bush, but still goes down to Skeens. 3 for 3 now in totality in this game. Yike should just be able to flag and drag over the wall.
That's ult.
Skeens knows that.
Vision?
Nah, man. Nah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Well, so this is why popping your health pots in mid lane, knives out.
Yes.
What about moon knives?
Moon?
And now out, because
where are the
Nocturne has
knives?
knives on his arms.
He doesn't have knife hands. Tibber's down, flag and drag. Mickey Hex flashes and realizes his mid lane is already dead.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
The moon went bang!
The moon went bang. Kill against Mickey, but ganks top lane, ganks bot lane, ganks mid lane. He's making his presence known all over the map, resulting in a...
Which he has been doing quite a lot of the time. Leader looking for Yahoo. Dashes forward, Moonfall out as well. The Tipper's trading back. And Leader not coming out too well on that side of the trade, but you know, Moonfall for Tibbers, you take those trades.
Yeah, just ult for ult. Yeah, Kana is fed.
Mm-hmm. Mickey.
Oh, Mickey.
Okay, Mickey, there's a control ward. Oh, okay.
That's an ult on
Vedi
the
says
Skeens.
it again. Cataclysm, in fact, coming out. Flash away from Skeens. Does have the Paranoia, condemn into the wall. As Wonder tries to get up to the Mega Narbar, but just can't do it quickly enough. And after it looked like KC had backed away, SK lose 2.
Yeah, we saw 4 members top. Mickey clearly thought they faced. They've gone away, they are not here. Now this is a TP towards this tower. Leader should be able to actually take the tower.
Is he just gone, Kana?
I think he loses this though.
Moonfall, he's definitely losing it at the moment as Kana just final hours him. And Leader dies. Paranoia out, Kana has flash, it has exhaust, but the fear tether flash follow is enough. Skeens will take a 1-for-1 on the bottom side. Still a 3K lead for
place to be. The problem is the 80 carries. Kalista's just so mega fed.
And Kana is also almost 2,000 gold ahead. As Yike caught here a little bit. Yahoo flashing in for the stun. And Amumu is sent packing. Leader TPing in, looking for the Moonfall. Yike's going to flash away from it. Busio will be fish food as Yoppa secures that one. Again, both the supports just traded between the two teams, but you look at it, and SK had to invest the TP, whereas Yahoo and Yike did flash, so a couple of summoners traded across the board. No one can really answer Kana right now. Paranoia is going to go in, looks for the Shroud of Darkness to dodge the stun, does manage to avoid Tipper stunning him up. Fear back, Skeens trading onto Yahoo. Luna rush forward from Leader, he'll take the kill. Yike tries to Dragon Strike across the wall, but doesn't quite have the damage to kill off Skeens, who, I mean, like, he knows you're there, dude.
I mean, I honestly thought that he would just try and kill the Gromp. He would at least get some HP back, and then maybe him and Leader could walk out of the lane. Ends up being another 1-for-1. It is just action all across the rift as Mickey.
Kana caught. Mickey with the curse of the sad mummy, and this is the risk of a Vayne. You are very squishy. Yoppa exhausted, condemned into the wall, and flashes for it. Gets the gold. Kalista transcends. Leader's going to get stopped by the tidal wave. Yoppa trying to trade back onto Kalista, but he's winning the 2v1. Barrier out. Leader now needs to collapse. Wonder coming in as well as Kalista flashes away and dodges it all. Great escape from Le Petit Pont.
I thought that Kalista was going to die.
Yeah, I think we both did.
He committed way too much to try and kill Mickey, and I didn't think that it was worth it. Lane, ready to use the Herald. A good exhaust comes through to buy himself time. Oh, we're back to live.
Skeens just killing Yahoo on repeat.
So Skeens is just running around killing people.
Well, one person in particular. Anna, when she goes in, she can't go out. So I was saying he can go in and then go out.
Yes, that makes sense, yeah.
Get your dirty mind off my PG-13.
Whoa, dirty mind.
Whoa! Wonder is dead.
Yes.
Good play from KC.
Jike basically just slowed him with the W. Casey's
leader.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's not how you want to use a moon, part of the moon bang.
I mean, yeah. Casey. 2 items finished for him. Now Yahoo on the roam. Wonder, that is an Annie.
Tibbers immediately onto him as he spots him, and Wonder isn't tanky. Gonna get the wallop off as we see Curse and Sad Mummy being used by Mickey as they dive onto Yike, and Yike will fall. Tidal Wave out, flash away from Mickey as he doesn't want to get caught by Kalist. And yeah, Betty, after we so aptly named it.
Casey with good position on the river here. It's going to be hard for SK to get involved.
Oh, Mickey.
Oh dear.
I agree with Betty, Mickey. I'm sorry, man. That was not great. As Busio picks up the kill in the end, Mickey just walks out of it while his Nocturne goes in with the Paranoia and dies. And now KC can just walk back towards the Chemdrake.
Close, though. Close. Well, KC are on track to make it a quick best of 3, though, as they find themselves through from Busio. It's a rough one to watch as SK don't quite find the fight that they're looking for.
It's part of the problem as well where...
Oh, Drake is theirs. It's just the third, I guess. Doesn't matter.
That's the type of positive attitude.
Oh, Lina going in. Lina kills Kana as Kana kills Wonder. Lina now, he's done the going in part. The going out part is difficult. Oh, he gets the shield. Paranoia out as well, but still the kill goes over to Yike, who isn't feared and now has Busio there to help him out. Flash away from Skeens. Mickey could go in. No Curse on Sad Money. Tidal Wave. Shroud of Darkness not needed. And he does the run.
Yeah, so Yike still strong enough to just straight up beat down onto Lida. Okay, Yahoo now top lane.
Oh, he used the stun. Tibbers comes out, but Yoppa looking for the damage. Flashes for it. Needs the missiles to hit. Tibbers blocked one in the middle of the fight. Flash for flash. And in the end, Yahoo does escape. Yoppa has learned from Lida. He's like, hey, how do you beat an Annie? You go all in. Stunned with the Disintegrate, but Phosphorus Bomb finds its mark, and Tibbers won't be strong enough to avenge his fallen.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It's all
you named it, Benny. You named the moon bang.
I said that it was a garbage.
You named the moon bang, okay? Paranoia out. They'll look for Busio on the backline. TP coming in as well from Yahoo, who joins the fight, and now... I mean, Kalist can just open up. Yike still unkilled. Meanwhile, on the top side, we see Kana just walking away. Yike's on the chase. Leader trying to get out, but Yike will get the slows. And with Kalist here, Skeens is not long for the rip. Kana trading with Leader. Kalist gets another kill. Leader, you are spotted, you are seen, and you are dead. KC, they didn't even lose a player while doing that.
Wow. All right, well, it is a one-sided affair as KC dominate the team fight. They'll get themselves the Baron. Wonder, though, rejoins.
Come on. Channel the good old days, Wonder. You got this. Okay. Okay, yeah, onto Kana. Dodges the Aqua Prison. Walks away.
He does not have this. Well, KC will get themselves the Baron. And they'll say, hey, let's see if we can kill the Vayne top. They do not. And now Kana...
Wonder can never join the fight. Exhaust. Wonder's playing in vision. Wallop. Okay, Kana has longer range than that. And, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh, Leader's here. No, okay, not going to chase any further. Mickey's caught in an Aqua Prison, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be avoiding water for a while.
Yeah, and it's not over yet, because Kalist has found Skeens.
It's 1v1s everywhere! This is the 80 cam! He was the Fed dude, ready!
Yeah. I don't think it's over yet, by the way.
Oh, no way, man.
I think Yoppa's going to get dived.
All right, Yoppa Valkyrie's away. Yike's going to Cataclysm him. Yoppa doesn't have flash, does have the barrier. Yahoo here with Tibbers for the stun. And yep, that's another kill. Okay, where is Leader? Leader, die in solidarity.
This is a team deathmatch right now, and KC are farming their KDAs. This is rough for SK. They are being completely bulldozed by
obliterated
KC.
Is a fair word.
Yep.
And probably an understatement.
Perhaps. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so...
Text here, Benny.
KC's a really good team.
That is very true. That is very true.
The only way we can get accurate data is if we now play a third game.
A Busio play,
and then Busio then plays
I actually think all of KC play SK's comp.
SK's comp.
This is true fearless,
That
okay?
would be, yeah.
If you 2-0 You have to play the enemy's comp from game
whoa,
2.
Yoppa!
Yoppa goes in with the Mega Blast Cone as they look for the damage onto Busio, and they'll find it. Cataclysm onto Yoppa. Meanwhile, Kana trying to trade in. Kallisto trying to trade in. He'll go down. Yoppa has fallen. Kana's chasing Wonder out, and Wonder's down to half HP within a single Silver Bolt. Moonfall in, leader knocked into the wall. Wonder chased out by Yike. Mickey short to follow. And yeah, okay. There was a moment.
Kana is good at Vayne top. Like, his movement
solid,
is very clean. They've still got the Baron remaining for another 18 seconds. They're going to TP to bot lane, escort this wave into the inhibitor, and look to end the game right now.
Has Kana had to use his QSS?
I don't think
I
so.
haven't actually seen. He just
No,
built
he
it just
did
in
in the top lane skirmish when Nocturne ulted.
Yeah, he did. You're right. That should be the game. 15 seconds on Mickey, 10 on Skeens, but with the Nexus Towers quickly falling to KC. It is an obliteration, the likes of which we do not often see here in the LEC. KC go to 3-0, and SK go to 2-6.
It's been a rough split for SK. A schedule that does not favor them, where they've needed to level up in a very short span of time. To end their schedule against such strong teams was always going to be an uphill battle. But it was a scrap, it was a bloodbath, it was a brawl. KC had to work for it, but KC just consistently converted their skirmishes into objectives.
42 kills in 30 minutes is pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
Or you can vote for one of the KC players in your player of the series vote. Yike, Kallisto, and Busio are your 3 options. Busio's barred.